So let's start with the news that has reverberated around the world. We'll see has turned into "we are out," at least for the time being. US President Donald Trump delivered the news in a letter that he was pulling the plug on the North Korea-U.S. summit. He later spoke about it at the White House, pointing to Pyongyang's tremendous anger and open hostility as the reason behind his decision. However, Trump said the ball is now firmly in Pyongyang's court and he's open to a summit down the road if the regime cools its rhetoric. Kwon Jang-ho starts us off.
U.S. President Donald Trump shocked the world with his sudden cancellation of the highly anticipated North Korea-U.S. summit that had been set for June 12th in Singapore.
I have decided to terminate the planned summit in Singapore on June 12th. While many things can happen and a great opportunity lies ahead potentially, I believe that this is a tremendous setback for North Korea and indeed a setback for the world.
During his statement at the White House on Thursday, President Trump said a bright and beautiful future can only happen when the threat of nuclear weapons is removed, and warned Pyongyang that the U.S. military is more ready than it has ever been before. Adding the U.S. has support from its allies, including South Korea and Japan, President Trump urged North Korean leader Kim Jong-un to ultimately do what is right for himself and for his people, stressing that his administration's maximum pressure and sanctions campaign will remain in the meantime. Trump nevertheless left the door open for a future meeting with Kim.
Hopefully everything's going to work out well with North Korea, and a lot of things can happen, including the fact that perhaps, and would wait, it's possible that the existing summit could take place or a summit at some later date. Nobody should be anxious. We have to get it right.
The news was announced early in the day in a letter to Kim Jong-un that was released by the White House. President Trump's letter pointed to the tremendous anger and open hostility displayed in North Korea's most recent statements as the reason for the cancellation. This appears to be in relation to remarks made by North Korea's Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, Choi Sun-hee, who lashed out at U.S. Vice President Mike Pence for saying the North could end up like Libya if a deal is not reached. Trump concluded the letter saying the world, and North Korea in particular, had lost a great opportunity for lasting peace and prosperity. But he also put the ball back in Pyongyang's court, saying he's always open for talks should Kim Jong-un change his mind. Kwon Jang-ho, Arirang News.